Hi. So today I just wanted to record the beginning of me starting a painting. So similar to these, this was my first one. I know I put it on a YouTube short and Instagram, so you've probably seen these, but I'm going to start a new one. So I thought I would bring you along for this. I've been practicing. I think this one was 16 by 20. Now I want to do a final and on an actual like gallery size canvas, which has to be 1.5 inches deep. So this is a 16 by 16. I've been practicing for a little while. Not that I don't need more practice, I'm sure that I do, but if I don't jump in, I won't jump in. So I just wanted to see if you wanted to jump in with me. Okay, this one had a kind of background of uh, like a really kind of bright yellow. And I'm not sure if I want that. I think what I'll start with is a background of maybe a purplish lavender. So I'm going to use Prussian blue and crimson red to do a little mixing here. Just gonna take some red, some blue, start mixing that together. Color, but it's fun. It's just an underlayer of many, many layers. Yes, and I know that there's plenty of highly talented acrylic art painters. These edges are tricky. All right, I'm going to attempt to turn this and not really turning it to get the bottom, although I will hit it. It's mainly to try to get that top. And I probably shouldn't do that again because I don't want to get the interior underneath of the canvas dirty. That dried a little bit. I mean, it is dry. And now I'm going to go in with sort of a mid-tone gray, and I just mixed together the same red, yellow, blue, and white that I did this. I just put a little bit more yellow than the other red and blue colors. And let's see what that does. Okay. Doesn't have to be 100% coverage. And now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a lighter color. I've mixed some yellow ochre and some white. I want a little bit of warmth behind the whole thing. So we'll see. I also need to transfer the drawing. I didn't do that in the other two, except for I did trace around the egret. Like I cut him out, oops, and traced around him to kind of help me with that. And actually, let that dry another minute and then figure out how I want to transfer. So I just drew this on the iPad, and then I exported it in 4 different quadrants so that I can't hold them all up at one time. But basically, you know, it will go something like this. So I don't need to trace every element. I just want to get the general feel Um, and then the other two will go up there. And then, yeah. Actually, I'm going to measure that real quick. All right, so I don't know if I'm going to go get graphite paper. I think I'm going to go get graphite paper. So I'll be back. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and cut that up, and I put graphite paper behind it and the painting or the drawing over it, and then just push through with a tool, just kind of like a pencil, but it's not a pencil, but it's kind of like that, with a steel nib, and just press through. And so everything isn't perfect, but this is where I want it to be. So I think what I'm going to do first is paint him white and then gray, even though he'll get some more color over him. Um, at least I'll know where he is first. So I think that's what I'm going to do first, and I'll probably need a way smaller brush for that one. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Turner acrylic wash, and I got some fresh water. Putting some white on the palette, and I'm going to put a little bit of, all right. I think this is really the only part of the painting that I need to be slower or a little more careful with. The rest of the painting, not so much. I'm okay with. I'm also thinking maybe I'm gonna have to really let the egret dry, or else he may come up when I put layers on top, just like kind of this did here, even though I thought it was pretty dry. I think what I'm going to find is working with acrylics, if I'm trying to do like a final painting, is that I don't know, maybe it cannot be done in an afternoon, like watercolor or regular wash, because of all this. Oops, I did not want to do that. Trying to get that off real quick. Otherwise, I won't have a good, it's not going to come up, indentation here. Definitely didn't want to come up. Okay. I'm going to use a smaller brush. As I was saying, the not being able to get it done like in an afternoon or something. But I'm gonna try, and I'll probably make a rookie mistake of not walking away from it. I think I'm also afraid to like go and leave the house and do anything, because I'll expend my energy there, and then I won't have energy for this, but that's sort of silly. Okay, and the reason that I like this painting, or I've done it 5 times now, 4 times, is because this was a very foggy morning, and I went to a lagoon that I think I only had gone to once, and it was actually Thanksgiving morning, and there was a lot of people there. I think it was about 8 a.m., and the marine layer was just creeping over the ocean that was right on the other side of the tracks, the railroad tracks. And so the railroad tracks are kind of up above and the lagoon down below. So it just felt like the clouds were coming from over the ocean, over the tracks, and then kind of descended down. So it felt like the fog came all the way down, and you really couldn't see past what was right in front of you. But I'd been there before, so I knew that there was a lot in front of me, but I couldn't see it. And at first, I was really sad. I was like, oh, last time I could see way across, and it was a nice, bright, sunny day, and this day was not. And then when I got to this egret, so for me, it was like everything else was obscured. and the egret had just landed on this little, like, I don't know, mud flat, I don't know what you would call it in the lagoon. And he was just staring out, hadn't started doing anything else yet. It was there, and it wasn't so bright white because of the fog, but it was enough to really stand out against the gray of the background. And you couldn't really see, like back here, you could see that it was a little dark, but you didn't, if you hadn't been there before, you didn't know what that was. But because back here is actually buildings and bridges and more lagoon. So I just felt like it was like a moment. And I recorded it video, not photo. So the photo, when I stopped the video, is very blurry. It's not clear, but I remember being there and what it was like. And I think I really hope that I can experience it in much the same way again. And it was just really special. And I think I didn't notice the reflection until I watched the video back. I don't know, there's just something about it. So if I'm going to name paintings, which I guess I will do if I'm going to do finals, this would be obscure to focus, meaning it's going from the obscure to allow you to focus on this one great beauty. Like, yes, there's massive beauty here in the lagoon and listening to the waves beyond that over the tracks. But the focus for this moment was just this one bird, just the egret. And it was beautiful. All right. Okay, I think that's good for that. And I should probably let that dry. Okay, done, finished. Just kidding. But um, it's a pretty good, let that dry really well for a little bit. And what I should do is take a long break, like maybe go to the gym and go on the treadmill for a tiny bit, grab something to eat, come back, and maybe that will give me some energy. Okay, we'll be back. I am back from the gym, showered, changed. I didn't see the point of putting makeup on again. So here we are. I had, let's see, um, kind of traced out from my drawing, and I was painting the egret so that he would stand out. So now what I think I'll do, go in, is put the back um, part of the lagoon that I could see here, and then start all the way down with like the water, because basically it's water from here all the way down. And then these reeds are in the water. I think just because this is like the first detail that I'm going to start putting in, everything in was kind of like a layer. Now this is more of a detail. How does that look? Okay, I think it's fine. Oops, it's crooked. Okay, this little curve here. Oops. Is also part of this. I don't know why I lost my, not what I wanted. Okay, okay, okay. How do we get this back? Okay, what I should have done was switch brushes. I didn't. So it's okay. Let's just figure this out. Okay, I'm okay with that. I just want to smooth this out, even though it's going to get cover it up. Quite obscured. Okay with that. Perfect. All right, now, all right, let's see. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Other than- All right, all right, all right. Go back over him with light. Okay.
Always on my mind and way out of my league. You were born to be on
Yeah.
display, and I'm hard to read. I thought of you, hoping that the ripples would make you notice me, notice me. And now you're here, sunlight on the ripples. Somehow you noticed me, noticed me.
On the top is my new Graphite Tint tinted charcoal blocks. I just ordered them. I already want to order another set, the tinted graphite.
Show out, you know I'll be there. I thought of you, hoping that the ripples would make you notice me, notice me. And now you're here, sunlight on the ripples. Somehow you noticed me, noticed me. Whatever you decide to do, I will keep sending new ripples to you. I thought of you, hoping that the ripples would make you notice me,
So do
notice me. And now you're here, sunlight on the ripples. Somehow you notice me, notice
which built things up underneath. And that's kind of like actually what is there at the lagoon, but you can't see it, right? Because of the fog. But you know it's back there. You know it's there. And there's shadows of it there, but we can't make any of it out. But what is clear is the egret, right? Yes. Well, I think I'm going to go over the egret and his little moat that he stands on. But I think I'll do that off camera because I kind of want to sit down and I have the camera set up here. And then I will resume.